Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. I welcome you all at Molly Log Poultry Farm. Thank you so much for viewing, subscribing, liking, and commenting about the videos. Thank you so much, my returning viewers. Thank you so much, new subscribers. Yeah, you are very many on this channel, but some of you just watch and you don't subscribe. Kindly subscribe such that we move together. And after subscribing, after clicking the subscribe button, my dear, click the notification bell such that you don't miss any video that we upload. Let's grow together. Let's move together. Subscribe such that you don't miss any video that we upload. We are here to share different information. We are here to move together. Thank you so much, those who subscribe, those who comment, those who like, and those who share my videos. Yeah, today I've come to share with you how much money you need to construct a poultry house. I always tell you that I feel happy that when I see someone who is down, when I see someone who is having very little money doing something. Like some people have a fear of these people with much money. Seeing people with a very big farm, with a beautiful poultry house, they feel like as if for them they are nothing. Yet they can start with what you have. As we are seeing this structure, it's a temporary building. They use the mud, they use the reeds, they use the small poles, and they are keeping somebody inside there. So some people have a fear because of the little money they have. For me, I feel happy when I see someone who is having very little money doing something. Like some of us were like demoralized. Some of us we fear to start because of those big people, because of those people with much money. So let's start with what we have. Let's use the small money we have. Let's use the materials we have in the environment and start something important. Someone else who is somewhere is having some little money and is planning to start, but he has that fear of starting because he's seeing Farmer W having a very big farm, having a very beautiful poultry house, and for him or her, she's having very little money. So here I am to share with you how much money you need to construct a poultry house which is cheap at low costs. Yes, my dear, people who are living in villages, you have very many opportunities to construct these poultry houses at very low costs. Even we people who are living in urban areas also have access to very many things use the materials like the iron sheets, the timber, and so many others, which we can buy at low prices. So how can you construct the poultry house using very little money? How much do you need? My dear, before I share this message, I would like to send my greetings to all people who comment in my videos. People who comment about the videos, my dear, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. So, my dear, how much money do you need to put up a poultry house? I'm going to deal with those people who are in need of constructing cheap poultry houses. When I talk of cheap poultry houses, I mean the people who have little money to construct poultry houses. Let me start with the people who are living in villages. People who are living in villages, they have access to very many raw materials. They have very many resources which they can use to put up poultry houses. So use those materials profitably. Use the materials you have profitably, such that you start something very important. As I always tell you, when you look at these birds, they are not like cows, they are not like goats. Even if you construct a temporary house, you can keep your birds for some good years until you get money to build up a strong one. So, people who are living in the rural areas, in villages, you have access to reeds. The reeds I'm talking about are the so-called emuli. You have access to mud, obudongo. You have access to banana fibers. You have access to those small poles at low prices. When you look at these things, some of us will fear to start because of those people with much money. When you look at these things, it's just a matter of having passion, love. Passion and love. Bw'obanga oyagala ekintu nga nawe muli okyewulira, you can start. So don't fear because Farmer X is having a very beautiful poultry house. Farmer X is having very many birds. For you, you are going to start with 10 birds, 20 birds, 100 birds, and your building is going to be temporary. Don't fear, my dear. It's you, not the other one. Tandika ebibyo, even nebyoli biki byoli. So, people who are living in villages, get that mud, construct a temporary house at very low costs. When you use those raw materials, even the people who will construct the poultry house, they will not need much money. You will get those materials, raw materials, at very low prices. Even the person who will construct the poultry house will need very low, will need just very little money. Even the time you will take to construct that house, you will take very little time. You get. You will use little time, you will use a little money, even the labor. People who will construct will take little money. So don't fear to start because of the poultry house. Because Farmer X is having a very beautiful house which is made out of permanent materials. The other one is X, for you are Molly. Start with what you have. Start with those resources you have. Start with that little money you have. Construct that temporary house because it's the one you can afford. When it comes to people who are living in towns, like I live in Busega, we have access to those used materials. Take an example of iron sheets. We have people who construct flat houses. After constructing their flats, they remove those iron sheets which they use to make boundaries. Baba bazimba bateekawo boundary ku ttaka lyabwe baba bazimba ebikomera basibako with iron sheets. Now ekizimbe ekimala okuyimirira ebyo bibaati babikuulako ku boundary. You get. They sell those iron sheets at a low price. My dear, gula ebibaati ebyo. Take those iron sheets, the used ones, because they are at low prices. Take them, use them to build up your poultry house. We also have timber. Again, those people who build up flats, there are some timber that they use when they are building. After building, they throw them away. Buy it from those people. Buy it from there. come and use them to construct your poultry house. When you look at the iron sheets, the used ones, the price of the used ones, not the price of the new ones. You get. So when you are constructing your poultry house, put those used materials, the iron sheets, they use the iron sheets in the sides to make the walls of the poultry house. Then buy the new ones to make the roof. You get. So, my dear, don't fear to start. And don't use much money. Don't use much money to build up a poultry house because you are a beginner, your business is still. Spend much money on feeding the birds, not building the poultry house. And when you are building, the most important thing with building these poultry houses is planning. Everyone can build a poultry house. Just have a plan in your mind. Tell that person who is going to build. Tell him that I need partitions here, 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 and here. Let that person who is going to build put for you those partitions. That's that's the only thing we should do. I think we should consider when we are building. After putting partitions, make sure when they are building they put aeration. Aeration. Even there should be enough light in the poultry house. Once you put enough light, once you put that aeration, and once you put partitions in your poultry house, that's all. Those are the major things we look at when we are building the poultry houses. Why do you bring experts in building the poultry houses to charge you to charge you much money? Yet there are those people who can charge you very little money. Just get a plan of your building. Use that very little money to build up a poultry house. Why do you bring people who are expensive to build for you a poultry house? Yet there are those who can charge you very little money to put up the poultry house. There is no magic in building the poultry houses. As I've told you, we just need light, we just need aeration, and we just need partitions. Why do we put partitions? These partitions will help you to separate these birds in different stages. You will use those partitions to separate the sick birds from the healthy ones. You can use those partitions as stores for keeping your feeds. You can, if you put partitions, you find it easy for you to keep different stages of birds at the same farm. So, there is no magic. There is no magic. Visit one farm. See how the poultry houses are built. Once you see the plan of the poultry house, there is no need of bringing in the experts. You'll be having a plan, you the owner, you'll be having a plan of what you want. So there is no need of bringing in experts to charge you much money. You get. So, my dear, don't waste a lot of money while building the poultry houses. As I always tell you, nobody will ask you when you take your birds to the market, nobody will ask you how the poultry house was constructed. The only thing they ask for is the weight of the bird. Whether the poultry house is very, very nice, whether it is temporary, whether it's permanent, we don't look at that. People who buy these birds, they only look at the weight. They only consider the weight. They don't mind about where the place where these birds are kept from. They don't mind about the beautiful, houses where we keep our birds. No. So spend little money while building the poultry houses, and spend enough money while feeding our birds. And again, on constructing these poultry houses, consider the place where you are going to construct the poultry house. If that place is having somehow wet, get means of preventing that wetness in your poultry house. You can build it when it is a bit raised, such that you prevent these birds from that wetness. Raise it a bit for people who are living in swamps. Raise your poultry house such that you prevent that dampness or wetness in the poultry house. So, my dear, don't forget that here at Molly Rock Poultry Farm, we always have trainings. We train people how to take care of the birds, how to vaccinate, how to mix the feeds, how to do each and everything at the farm. Come, we train you, and you start your business when you are having some knowledge about what you are going to do. We also sell fertilized eggs. We sell day 1 old chicks. We sell 1 month chicks and the mature ones. So book with us. You will not regret. The fee for training is very little. It is only 50,000 shillings. That's the training. And once you get a training, we stay in touch. We keep the birds together at your farm. Yes. So come for training, book with us. I assure you, my dear, you will not regret. Molly Rock Poultry Farm is found in Busega, Chibumbiro, near Costa State, just after Busega roundabout. Yes, if you have a question, if you have any burning issue about local chicken, you can contact me on 0787 96 20 70. That is my MTN number, which is on WhatsApp. It is 0787 96 20 70. Airtel is 0759 49 82 04. But Airtel is not on WhatsApp. So for people who are abroad, use my MTN number, which is on WhatsApp. So, my dear, kindly subscribe. Kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share my videos to your spouse, to your friends, to your colleagues, to your workmates, such that you change their lives. You never know. You may share that message to him or her and change his or her life from there and then. Comment about the videos, and don't leave the video without giving it a thumb up. Give the video a thumb up. Comment about the video, share it, and my dear, don't forget that once you share and once you like the video, you enable this video to go very far. So let's grow together. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for loving Molly. Thank you so much for supporting Molly, a local poultry farm. For people who are abroad, thank you so much. People who are within Uganda, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and may God bless you all.